morning, guys. How's it going? Steve-O here. You're in Steve-O's world. And I'll tell you what, guys, I don't know. I don't know. I seem to just keep pissing people off. I don't know what there is about me that does that, but you know, I just speak my mind, you know, and people don't like it. They just can't handle the truth, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I met a doozy in here. I'm fixing to go into Planet Fitness, do my hour workout, do it every day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Yep. Yep. And boy, did I crank one up yesterday in here. Just, you know, I get people pissed off just minding my own business, guys. They just keep coming to me. I don't know. Maybe the Lord's trying to tell me something. Just send me messages or something. I don't know what it is, guys. I'm sitting on the treadmill, just doing my 3.1 mile an hour deal. Takes me about 20 minutes to knock that deal out. Then I go to some other machines, and I look down the lane, and you know, I'm always scanning. You know, my eyeballs are always scanning in there. And Miss Daisy warned me. She said, "You better." I told her I do a lot of scanning in this thing. She said, "Well, let me tell you about scanning, okay? You can look in there, but you can't touch. And if you're looking at that, any of them in there, any of them girls in there for over 5 seconds, you are stalking." I told Miss Daisy, listen, I cut it off at 4.5 seconds, okay? 4.5 seconds, that's all I give, and then I move on to something else. She said, yeah, you better watch it, Buster. Anyway, yeah, I looked, and here comes this blonde, looked like a bleach blonde, big rack on her. Looked to be about a 69. You know, that's a 6 face and a 9 body. Pretty big rack on it, bubble butt on it, right? Tattooed, guys, tattooed from stem to stern. All this body piercing nonsense. Oh, yeah. She rolls up in there right to the next treadmill beside me. She don't even hit the start button, guys. And she looks at me and she says, I'm looking. Really? What you looking for, baby girl? She said, I'm looking for a beer drinker. I said, really? Why do you like beer drinkers? She says, because any dude that would drink that nasty shit would run his tongue up my ass. I said, well, baby girl, on that, I just, you know, I'm thinking in my mind, is she from another planet or what? You know, and I'm thinking, do I really want to give Miss Daisy an STD, you know? And I said to her, honey, listen, I'm with you on this one. Because I think beer tastes like shit. And all I drink, honey, is water. Oh, God, guys, I had a flashback. When I looked at her face, guys, I had a flashback from Linda Blair in the movie Exorcist. Any second, guys, I thought her head was going to spin around and around and green vomit was going to shoot out. She spun around and she said, you son of a bitch. Whoa. I was like, guys, whoa. And I was ready to protect myself, you know, like this. And she spun around, came off that treadmill and went down there. And she said something to some dude on the end. And that guy, guys, I thought he saw a ghost. He hauled ass off. He didn't even shut the treadmill off, guys. He jumped off that son of a bitch and run out the front door. Scared to death. Yeah, guys, this is a weird world. Weird world we're getting into. Oh, God, I've just been pissing people off. Mosquito people, pissing them off. Brings me up to another story. I was on a job site, and these tattoos, girls, listen, girls, if you're listening, girls, please. Every guy in my circle, close circle, okay, guys? This is for you girls out there, and guys too. Come on. We got to wake up and smell the coffee and the roses, okay, and the honey, you know? And smell the honey, okay? Every guy in my circle, guys, wants a woman that's just natural. You don't need fake boobs, okay? You don't need ass injections. You don't need tattoos and body piercing. You just need to be just a normal girl, okay? Just normal. That's all. The cost of these tattoos, guys, is unbelievable. I was on a job site. This is give me an example. I was on a job site, and I used to have a pretty good sized crew back in the day, and the majority of them were black, but then they all started dying off from shitty lifestyles, let's just be honest. And I started to get Mexicans in and anything. But one day I was on the job, and in the morning, the boss man, he'd like to sneak around sometimes and slip in to see who's screwing off, who's coming in late. Are you starting on the clock? Because when the thing hits 7 o'clock, boom, you want shovel in hand, and you want the shovel hitting the dirt, okay? That was his thing. He told me one day, I dialed it in. He dialed me in one day. I came in. The boys were having biscuits and coffee about 5 after 7, and he didn't get on my ass. He just told me, Steve, listen to me, okay? When I pull in on this site, he was pretty cool about this. When I pull in on a site, I don't want to see coffee and biscuits. I want the shovel in hand. And when the dial hits 7 sharp, I want the shovel to hit the earth. I said, yes, sir. Yes, sir, will do. So I went over to the crew and tuned him up. But anyway, he came in one day, and normally just before 7, I would have everybody lined up. And this particular day, I was in the center of these guys. I got 5 guys on each side of me, right? All black guys. 5 blacks over here, 5 blacks here, and I'm in the middle. And he pulls in his Cadillac, and he's sitting there, and he's kind of chuckling to himself like this. And old Pop, his name was A.C. Turner, and old Pop, he says, Steve, what's that sumbitch laughing at over there? I said, I don't know. And the boss man gave me one of these. He was trying to make me come, guys, with one finger. And it worked. He made me come with one finger. So I said, I don't know, Pop, let me go over and check it out. So I went over there. And he started chuckling. He says, Steve-O, you know what you look like over there? I said, what's that, boss man? You look like a friggin' Oreo. And I kind of chuckled, you know. I didn't want to chuckle too much because, you know, I didn't want the troops to think I was laughing at them or whatever, you know. So we shot the crap for a little bit, and then he hauled ass. I went back over there, and old Pop's going, what's that son of a bitch saying about it? I seen him looking over here, looking and laughing. What's that son of a bitch doing? What did he say to you? And so I said, well, Pop, what he said was, when he looked over here, the first thing came to his mind was a friggin' Oreo. He was looking at an Oreo, and the whole crew, guys, had a serious look on their face. They were looking back and forth, and all of a sudden, guys, I didn't know if they were going to start swinging shovels at me or what. All of a sudden, they just busted out laughing. They were rolling around in the freaking ditch, and they called me, guys, they called me Oreo for the next week and a half. Unbelievable. Yeah, tattoos, guys, that's something, I'll tell you what, I've never in my life had a burning desire. Those things are expensive, and I didn't know how expensive, right? I had a plumber. This guy, sharp-looking dude, he was a redhead. He had a regular haircut. He had a little small trimmed beard. body, hell, the guy looked like he lifted weights. I mean, the guy was freaking, it looked like he could have been easily if he didn't have all these tattoos on, but today I guess it doesn't make a rat's ass. You can have tattoos and be a male model or whatever you want to be, I guess, because that's the going thing, you know. Let's get ink all over our body. And so I'm sitting there, I've been working next to this dude. I'm sitting there laying big, deep cut sanitary sewer and dropping off laterals to the building, and they're running up a freaking high rise around me. That's the way it always went. Used to be back in the early 70s, I'd be the first guy on site. Actually, the second guy that had land clearing come in, take the woods out, rough cut the roads, he'd lay it out. Here comes Steve-O with his team. We'd put in a sanitary sewer, the storm drains, water lines, all that crap. And you didn't see anybody, but back in the days too, I was putting in, it was subdivisions. Hell, heck, I helped build half of Clearwater, for God's sake. Anyway, this plumber guy's sitting here hooking up to my laterals and stuff as I'm going by, and he's got his shirt off. You can't have a shirt off today on a construction site. You got to have a hard hat on, and this is OSHA crap. But back in the day, it didn't matter. It didn't matter if you get your head cut off by a backhoe or whatever back in the day, you know. But this plumber, he's bent over in the ditch. He's hooking up his pipes, and some smartass came by and made a comment like, those are some shitty looking tattoos or something. This guy had the dude looked like, guys, De Niro in the movie Cape Fear, with all that demonic devil stuff all over him. It was professionally done, but it was some wild. I mean, his whole body was, everything right up to his neck, his arms, everything, all of his back. You had a whole demonic thing right out of hell on his back. I don't know what people are thinking, but some guy come by and said, some shitty looking tattoos. And that plumber guy dropped his shit and spun around and got in his face. What'd you say, boy? He mouthed off. That guy, guys, was lightning. I mean, lightning fast. When I heard that, I kind of lurked like this. He cold-cocked that sumbitch guy so fast, it was unbelievable. And that guy fell back into the ditch, and that dude was on top of him. And he had this guy, I think it was a carpenter. He had this carpenter right by the neck, like he was catching a coyote by the neck with rabies. And he cracked that dude in a friggin' jaw, guys. And I thought I heard bones crunching, guys. I really did. He cracked him 3 times on the ground. And the guy's like gasping, like, oh! And he said, this plumber goes, you had enough, sumbitch? And the guy goes, hey, yeah! And he said, I'm gonna let you up, asshole. I'm not gonna hear any more shit from you on mine. He said, oh, no! So anyway, he lets this guy up, and he staggers all back to his freaking carpenter job with his hammer half hanging out of his holster. It was pretty funny. He walked back in the building, never did see that dude again. And so the guy goes back to gathered up his stuff there and went back to plumbing. I said, hey bro, and the guy jerked around like, are you next? I said, man, well, I like the way you handled that one. He said, yeah, that sandwich needed an attitude adjustment. I said, you know, don't get mad at, I just have to give him that. Don't get mad at me for this, but I'm just curious, bro. How much money have you got tied up in tattoos on your body? Oh, on my back alone? Yeah, I said. He said, I got 30 grand on my back alone. Oh boy, guys, it's amazing world we live in, isn't it? Amazing world we live in. Anyway, I got to get this knocked out. This 1 hour deal here. I do it every day, and you do it too. because I want you in good shape so you can work bees with old Steve-O. Because if you're not in good shape, you are not going to be able to hang with this old man. I'm telling you right now. This Florida heat will kill you. So you got to be able to take it. You got to just be thinking about maybe, I don't know, working in the trenches with that plumber with the demonic crap on it. And then dating that girl that was in here yesterday that likes tongues. Yeah, you're going to have to stay in shape, guys. That's all there is to it. And be able to fight mosquito control people. Yeah. This is some... Guys, look at here. You probably can't see it. But that... I'm going to point right at it. There is a... Right up there is a green stalk coming out of that cabbage palm. That thing has already sprouted probably 10 stalks. 10 stalks coming out of that dude right there. And there's another one pushing out. This stuff has been going on since June 1. Here we are almost in September. That particular tree, sable palm, I call it swamp cabbage. Yeah. Name of its sable palm is actually a Florida tree. And I don't even think, guys, that mosquito control people, I don't know how many brain cells they have left, but they're flying over my trees, which are like this down on the waterfront that my bees are on, that are still pushing bloom. Have got these huge clusters still pumping out. I mean, we're winding down, okay? We're winding down. But they're still pushing. They will be pushing. I've seen them all the way up to when Brazilian pepper pops, and that's September 15th. You can about set your watch by it, okay? My year's passed anyway. It may be happening sooner with this global warming a little bit. Yes, so how can you fly over that with a chopper, dispersing poison, okay, to kill unlimited amount of creatures? Yeah, collateral damage out the yin and yang. How can you do that and not put poison on that bloom? These are questions we got to ask, guys. We got to ask these rocket scientists that are into poisoning the water, mosquito larvae, flying mosquitoes, flying moths, bats, hummingbirds, fish. Let's drop granules into the water, into the mangroves to kill all the mosquito larvae under those mangroves, right? Mangroves that the fish are trying to eat. Yeah, how does that work? Things you need to be questioning. If you live in Florida, and if you like nature like Steve-O does, be asking questions, because I don't think these people have a flippin' clue. All right, I'm going to stop BS. I'm going to run inside, knock out the job. Let's go home, and I want to apply some more beetle grease. Let's look at those hives. I haven't looked at them since the other day, but I did review his because I asked him, I said, that's cool you're making this product, but do you have a video on applying it? And he came back. He answered me right back. This is a Texan guy, all right? And he said, yes, I already have a video out there on that. So sure enough, he sent me the link. I went right out there and checked it out, and he showed me what he's doing. So I want to show you guys what he was doing, and let's look at the bees, see if I've affected them any way, shape, or form. All right, see you soon. Okay, guys, I made it out of the gym. Whoa. Crows must be chasing a hawk. Yeah, I made it out of the gym without any crazy women experiences. Oh yeah, let's go in here and see if there's anything weird about the beetle grease. But what I discovered, I haven't been putting enough on. No. He wants, because I asked the dude, I said, can you show an installation of the grease? He said, I have a video on it. So I went out there and checked it. Yep, sure enough. So he says take one scoop, and what you do is put one scoop along here and kind of brush it in both sides. That's what you put in. And I'm gonna have to make up some sugar water for these girls. This one's out. She's out. Good bit of bees in there. And I did see pollen coming in. I did see some pollen coming in yesterday. Stand back here a minute. Yep. Pollen's coming in. Perfect indicator of a healthy hive. Anyway, yeah, I want to get into this one and this one, and we'll see what we got. And I'll show you the proper way that he said to do it. Okay, let's look here. I can still see they are consuming it, guys, because I had it pretty thick in here. They are consuming it. There is one beetle right there. Okay. One beetle, and he's trying to haul ass. Yeah. Let's peel off some of these dead carcasses here. Okay, I've seen one beetle is all, guys. One beetle. Give them a little smoke. Don't get too nuts here. Don't get too crazy, boys and girls. I'll be right back. I got to get my brush. Okay guys, I got my brush. Alright, he's showing taking about this much, about that much, and putting it right here on this edge. And you just kind of podge it in, okay? Yeah, something like that. Something like that, guys. I'm going to take another little scoop here, about like that. Put it right here. Kind of spread it out along these frames. Podge it in. That's it, guys. Now we're going to come back. Let's give them 5 days. Okay, now I'm going to take and get some more of this grease and put on this edge. And every time you open the hive up, give it a shot of this, okay? Let's see if this affects the bees. How are they doing on their syrup? This low. I'm gonna top it out. It's low. I don't see any dead bees down in there either. Okay. So the girls are working nicely here. And they're all the way over here. They've got this frame right here. They've got this frame here. It looks like I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 frames of bees here, guys. Yeah. So it's a white hive. Yeah. It's a light hive, but yeah, so you see what we have here now. There's something interesting I want to show you in the barn. Let me put this lid on here. Here's one beetle right there. Now he's no more. Let's scrape this edge here. Get these dead bodies off of here. I do like, guys, I do like these 1/4-inch backer board lids. I do like these. I'm going to come back here a little bit. I won't show you that operation. I'm going to feed these. You've seen bees get fed before, so let's go down here and open this one up. Alright guys, I did see 2 beetles on this lid, and on my plug they crawled in there, and then I seen one crawling on this edge here. Yeah, so we've got our beetle grease here and we've got it there. Now we're going to hit this lip. I don't know if I've got a successful queen in here or not, guys. I had to check September something on this thing. Yeah, it's a weak hive. Looks like there's only 3 frames. Yeah, maybe 3.5 frames of activity here. And it's I see some dead bees in this thing. Let's knock those out. Yeah, a few dead bees in here. I honestly think, guys, that the pine needles, I don't know, it's about almost a half a feeder full of feed, but I'll top it out just for giggles. Yeah. So we got that edge done. We got the mount that he put in there, okay? And we'll see how it goes. Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for today. Glad you came by to join me for a quickie. And we'll just keep after them, watching them, applying the treatments. Hopefully they'll start expanding so I can get going here. I want to make another split, as many as I can without hurting my field force to go into, you know, to work the bloom, the pepper bloom, which is 15th of September. So we've got, you know, we're not out of August yet. So we've got another, I don't know, 20 days maybe? Yeah, 20 days of bee making before that bloom happens. But about the September, I think 3rd, 4th, somewhere in there, I got a new moon. I want to try to make a few splits. It darn sure won't be with any of these girls. Some of the girls I have in the field, and there's not that many super strong ones. The genetics I like, and that's one we're going to go for. You know, I mean, if you're going to make up queens, expand, get with a reputable dealer or a queen breeder. I know one guy that's really good. Actually, two. Martin's one of them, but he's not coming. His stuff ain't gonna start happening until probably February. Yeah. So we'll make some splits in February for sure. Whatever I can. I mean, you can make them up and sacrifice a crop. If I go doing this in February, you know, we're looking doing April, May. If I was around oranges, it'd be the end of February. Well, we don't have enough oranges around here to worry with it. So we'll be looking at April and May. That's a good crop there. Saw palmetto. I've got some of that. So, you know, if I want to sacrifice that crop and make up nooks, and then install virgin queens, and make up some, and get a bunch of, and then let them blow up on in 25. Let them blow up on cabbage palm. Keep enough colonies reserved, you know, to make some honey, and then take the rest of your resources and make more colonies with these fresh virgins. So that's it for now, guys. Be happy, be strong. We got to keep getting it on, and hey, see you real soon. Bye-bye. All right, guys, one more thing before I forgot about it. One more thing I want to show you. I told you I was going to put a dollop of this beetle grease on the floor here and see what the bull ants do. Normally, guys, especially when I make up syrup in this tank, you spill a little, right? This thing is crawling alive with freaking bull ants. There's one right there. But here's the thing. This thing has been here for 3 days now. This dollop of beetle grease, they have not touched it. The bull ants haven't touched it. Anything sweet at all. Normally they're attacking it. So whatever this wintergreen that's mixed in here, or maybe it's the Crisco, I don't know. All I'm telling you is they are not touching that. None. This has not been touched by any bull ants whatsoever. Yeah, this has not been touched. We're going to leave it there. We're going to leave it there to see if it's working. But normally, I come out here, especially after a day of mixing, which I'll be mixing here shortly because I want to feed these bees. And I may go today or tomorrow out to the field and top out everything. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted. Bye-bye.